Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. In today's hyper-connected world where we shop, bank and communicate online, trust is the cornerstone of every digital interaction. Each time you share your personal details or make a financial transaction, you are not just relying on encryption, but you are placing your trust in the legitimacy of the entity you are dealing with. This is where digital certificates play a critical role. They do more than just secure your data, they verify the identity of websites, ensuring you're interacting with an authentic and authorized party. It's not only about protecting information, but also about establishing credibility and accountability in the digital space. But what happens when a certificate is no longer trustworthy? Perhaps it's been compromised or revoked. That's where two essential mechanisms come into play: the Certificate Revocation List or CRL and the Online Certificate Status Protocol or OCSP. In this video, we are about to explore what OCSP and CRL are all about, how they work to protect online trust, how they are crucial for keeping the internet a credible and reliable place. So let's begin. But before that, please like this video and subscribe to the channel if you have not done already. First, what are OCSP and CRL? OCSP, a protocol, and CRL, a list of revoked digital certificates, play a crucial role in PKI to check if a digital certificate which enables HTTPS is still valid or has been revoked. Think of them as the internet security guard, ensuring only trustworthy certificates are used. OCSP or Online Certificate Status Protocol provides real-time certificate status check, while CRL or Certificate Revocation List is a periodically updated blacklist of revoked certificates. Both are critical for data and communication security, but operate differently. Let us start with OCSP. When you visit a secure website, your browser must verify the site certificate has not been revoked. For example, due to a stolen key. Here is how it works. Your browser sends a request to an OCSP responder, typically run by the Certificate Authority or CA. The responder checks the certificate status in its database. Then, finally, it returns a digitally signed response with the certificate status as good, revoked, or unknown. But note that contacting OCSP responder for every certificate checks adds latency, privacy risk, and reliability issue if the responder is slow or unavailable. OCSP stapling addresses this by having the server periodically fetch and cache a signed certificate status, typically valid up to 7 days, though validity period may vary. Then send it to the client during the TLS handshake. This reduces latency, protects user privacy, and improves reliability, though it requires server support and may fail if the cached responses expire or the responder is unreachable. Some browsers apply a soft fail policy, allowing connections even if the OCSP responder is unreachable, which can expose users to revoked or compromised certificates. This behavior varies by browser. Certificates with the must staple extension enable a stricter hard fail policy, blocking connections without a valid stapled response. But this requires support from both the server and the browser. Now let's talk about CRL. Unlike OCSP's real-time checks, CRL is a signed list of revoked certificate serial numbers published by the CA, often daily or weekly, and available via URLs in certificates or CRL distribution points or web or LDAP directories, though LDAP is less common in modern systems. Here is how CRL works. First, the CA creates a CRL with serial numbers of revoked certificates. Second, client like browsers download this list periodically. Third, when validating a certificate, the client checks if its serial number is on the CRL. If it is, the certificate is invalid. Delta CRLs, the smaller updates to the main CRL, help manage large lists. CRLs are simple and work offline once downloaded, but can be bulky for large organizations. Now, let us focus on evaluating OCSP and CRLs, trade-offs and complementary roles in PKI. OCSP or Online Certificate Status Protocol offers the advantage of real-time certificate validation. reducing the risk posed by recently revoked certificates. It is also efficient in terms of data transfer, especially when OCSP stapling is implemented, as the server provides a cached signed response during the TLS handshake. However, without stapling, OCSP introduces network latency and depends heavily on the availability of the certificate authorities or CS infrastructure. Direct client queries can also raise privacy concerns by exposing browsing habits to the CA. And yes, not all servers support OCSP stapling. For CRLs, the benefits are no privacy leaks. That is, the client doesn't have to connect with the CA, simple deployment, and offline usability. Their periodic updates create a vulnerability window, and managing large CRLs is challenging. Some browsers like Chrome use alternatives like CRL set, a highly curated revocation list, to complement OCSP or CRL, though not a replacement of OCSP or CRL. So which one wins? OCSP or CRL? It depends. OCSP, especially with stapling, excels for real-time security and efficiency, but relies on CA availability. CRLs are private, reliable, and offline friendly, but less timely and harder to scale. Many systems combine OCSP stapling for speed and CRLs as a fallback. Modern trends like certificate transparency locks or short-lived certificates are reducing reliance on both, but OCSP and CRL remain vital for balancing security, privacy, and performance in PKI. Short-lived certificates, often valid for hours or days, for example, let's encrypt 90-day certificates, are a growing trend in public infrastructure. With that, we'll wrap this video. If you found this explanation helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content. Thanks for joining me. See you in the next one. Until then, happy browsing and stay secure.